Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Bryan Saxton, Public Relations Manager at Anker. Thank you for joining us, Bryan.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Fred.
Anker makes a wide variety of products, accessories, and for charging our devices. And you've gotten into some newer areas as well, really a broad area of products. And one of them
hmm
has to do with home security. Give us a little overview of what the strategy is and what some of the products are.
Absolutely. So one of the areas that we're getting into is, as you mentioned earlier, is home security. And I think the focus for us, the thing that we feel really differentiates us, is our focus on making sure that your home security footage is private. We started off in December with the release of the Eufy camera, which is our home security camera. It's an outdoor camera that basically provides security footage. And the thing that we're really excited about is that all your data is stored locally with you, so it's impossible for anybody else to get access to it. It does have all the features. That camera had all those features that you would expect out of a modern smart camera, such as an optional cloud storage if you need the data redundancy, integration with GVA, and all those things. But again, the thing that we were most excited about was the privacy. And so that was what we launched back in December, and then last week we unveiled a new lineup of security products, and the one that has actually just launched is what we call the Eufy security video doorbell. Basically, this is a wired security camera that acts as a doorbell that customers secure at the front of their homes. Again, privacy is the thing we're most excited about. This guy features encrypted storage on a solid state AES drive. So there's that, and again, like the security camera, it does have all the features that you would expect out of a smart camera, such as integration with smart assistants, cloud storage, a web portal, facial recognition. But again, it's really privacy is the thing that we're really excited about.
Tell us about the privacy aspect of this, because you did mention there is cloud storage. People may wonder whether the security is all it should be if you are using cloud storage as well.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good question. And so one of the things we want to emphasize is that our cloud storage is an option for customers. It's not a requirement to use the system. The cloud storage does have the same encryption requirements as our local storage, so it's still 256-bit AES encrypted. I believe that's an encryption that's never been cracked, although I'll have to check on that. But again, like the cloud storage bit is an option for customers who need the data redundancy. Out of the box, the camera will work without cloud storage. And in fact, that's another thing that we're excited about is that out of the box, you don't have to pay for any sort of subscription service or anything to use your camera. Out of the box, it just works. But yeah, and just in terms of like the security, it still has all the same security features that you do stored locally. That option is just extra for customers who want the data redundancy.
And how much storage does it have, and how do you access it?
Of course, yeah. So the video doorbell comes with 4 GB of internal storage. It's solid state, so that bit isn't replaceable. But the way you access it is through your Eufy security app. The only way that you can access it without having proactively shared it is through that application. You have to have your username and password. In fact, anybody who wants to see that security footage, including Anchor, needs that username and password, and we don't store that, so it's impossible for us to even get that.
Tell us about availability and pricing. You mentioned this is available now.
Of course. So this is available on Amazon.com, and you can find it for $159.99 in the U.S. We'll announce global availability at a later date.
And if people opt for the added cloud storage, tell us about how that works.
So that's part of. So there's a web portal that you can access as part of your Eufy Security membership, and you'll find information on that once you sign up for the Eufy Security app. We have instructions for that with the video camera. Basically, it's a subscription service, just like any other smart video camera offers. It does come at an additional monthly price, but like I said, it's most customers, they'll be fine with with the included internal storage. And through the application, you can also manage your clips and delete them as needed to free up storage. So again, like I say, I want to emphasize that it's optional for the people who need the redundancy, but out of the box, it's not a requirement.
What can you tell us about the roadmap here? So this adds a video doorbell to an outdoor security camera.
That's correct.
What else can you tell us about what you're looking at?
Of course, yeah. So in the immediate future, one of the other things that we showed off was a security floodlight, and this is for customers who want to cover either the front of their homes or like maybe have a blind spot in their security system where they need a little bit of extra security. And it's also a great product for people who want anybody walking up to their homes to know that their property is covered. So basically, how the floodlight works is that it's the Eufy security camera. It has a pretty wide angle lens, and anybody who comes within proximity of the camera, the floodlights activate, and it's for three reasons actually. One, it's so that when you record the footage of the person walking up, they're properly exposed, so you don't have to have like really grainy night video footage. You have something properly exposed. Two, it's to let people know that there is a bit of home monitoring at the home and that the home isn't unsecured. And then three, it's also a good nice feature for just residents of the house. Like say you're going to the backyard you have the backyard covered and you want to go out and do some work at night, or you need to go around just for whatever reason at night. The floodlight will activate and you have an extra light there as well.
When will that arrive?
So that's going to arrive later towards the beginning or middle of Q3 of this year, and we'll have more information on that as it gets a little bit closer to launch. And then, just in terms of the rest of our roadmap, the only thing that I can say is that we have a couple of other products that are coming out, so definitely stay tuned there.
You've mentioned already some of it, but tell us what your thoughts are about the advantages you have over the competition. This is getting to be a pretty crowded space in the video doorbell and home security business.
I think there are a couple of advantages that we have. I think the very first one that I mentioned again is that we have such a strong emphasis on security. We don't want to, nor do we want anybody else to be able to access your security footage. I know there's some growing concern amongst customers about where their data lives and who has access to it. So we just want to erase that concern when our customers have our security products. So I think that's one thing. I think the second thing is that I know we have a pretty strong price point. We've really built our brand around offering quality products at a competitive price. I think the doorbell, the camera, and just a lot of the other products that we have coming out from a security perspective are going to map up to that. But I also think the other thing is that we have feature parity with a lot of other popular products on the market. For example, we have 2K video resolution on this doorbell that shoots in 4:3. That shoots a 4:3 picture, so you get a little bit more coverage when you're looking at your footage in the app. We also offer HDR footage so that when your subject is back, that you can still see them exposed properly. And so I guess the thing that I'm getting at is that we offer the other big differentiator is that we offer a lot of features for a price point that I think is really competitive with what some of the other big security makers are doing as well.
For more info, where do we go?
For more information, you can go to eufylife.com. We have a security section that has information on all of our security lineups, including the cameras, the baby monitor that we'd released earlier last year, and then on some of our upcoming products. Or you can also find us on Amazon.com.
And Eufy is spelled EUFY.
That's correct.
So eufylife.com. Bryan Saxton, thank you for taking the time with us.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, Fred.
Now this. Innovation. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, and I've been covering consumer technology for a long time, and it takes a lot to impress me. That's why I'm excited to tell you about the latest way to enjoy cooking in the great outdoors from my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. What if you could harness the sun to cook your meals anywhere you go, day or night? The GoSun Fusion arrives this summer using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage, and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co and use the code TEXTINATION to save 10%. That's gosun.co.